Hi.
Hi.
Hi. It's Mike and Cindy from Theme Park Delight. So we're just going to continue on with giving you our thoughts on moving to Florida. So we've been here 10 days now. Parks are closed. So we don't feel like tourists because we haven't been able to go to any of the tourist stuff. We've been at home the whole time.
Yeah, we ventured out to the grocery store a couple of times, and that's about it.
We've taken a few drives around just to see what the neighborhood's like. And the first week I was here, I went out a lot of times to go to the grocery store and go to the hardware store,
right.
Get things we need to set up house.
Yeah, we had to stock up on our basic groceries because since we came from the West Coast, we didn't bring a lot of groceries with us, so we needed everything, you know, sugar, flour, salt, not just vacation food.
One of the easiest things about moving here was that the fact that we already had an address before we started driving here. It'd be a lot harder to move here if you don't have an address, because we were able to find a rental townhouse and sign a lease on that and pay all the deposits before we left our home state. So on the way here we knew exactly what our address was going to be. We could give our address out as a mailing address for different things, and that just made it a lot more comfortable to move here knowing that we have an address, right, Cindy?
Right, and we were able to go get our Florida ID right away because we had that address. And I would say enlisting the help of a realtor was a big help for finding a place to rent. She found us a temporary long-term rental, sort of. I'm not sure how you explain it, but it's not a vacation rental.
Yeah.
But we're only renting for a few months.
So also after we got here, we were already prepared ahead of time. I prepared all of our documents, our passport, our driver's license. We had to go to the tax office. They don't call the DMV here, so we were able to go like the next day after we got here. You have to make an appointment ahead of time, and we were able to go get our driver's license and get Florida license plates for our cars. So I had to have the title to my car, passport, driver's license, proof of address, like a utility bill or the lease. So we had a copy of our lease. And I also did bring a utility bill. I was able to register the utilities online and then just print out something from my account since I hadn't really got a bill yet. And then we went there, and we have one car and a cargo trailer and the 2 driver's license. It cost us about $650 to register for 2 years. So anyway, we got our driver's license and our Florida license plates.
Yeah.
One thing that was a big snafu was we were happy with the U-Pack truck. It's like a semi-truck. We loaded all our stuff in. So the U-Pack was a good thing. We loaded the truck ahead of time with all of our furniture. They come pick up the truck and they drive it, so we didn't have to bring a U-Haul or nothing. We didn't have to drive the truck the whole way. And once we got here, we had our U-Pack truck dropped off. But the problem was we had already paid ahead of time for some movers to unload it, and they showed up 7 hours late. They're very hard to get a hold of and talk to. And then they only worked 2 hours, even though I paid for 5. There were supposed to be 3 guys, and only 2 guys showed up. I guess they had some technical problem where they got a flat tire on the freeway or whatever. it was very messed up, really, because it was hot. They weren't prepared. They didn't bring gloves. They didn't bring their own bottled water. They didn't bring any hand trucks. They only unloaded the truck partially, said they were coming back the next day. Well, the next day it was worse. They didn't even show up at all. So I had to get some neighbors to help me, and I found a couple of, well, 4 nice neighbors in this one household, and they all came over and helped me unload. We got it all done. I paid them well, so they got paid. Yeah, not everything goes smooth all the time, I guess. So right now, I have a job where I'm able to work from home most of the time. So I'm able to do some work right now. The dogs like it here. We have 2 Labrador dogs, and they love going for walks. I think they're very happy. The cats, they got used to it. They're kind of happy now, but the first day, a few days were kind of rough for one of our cats because it's a little bit afraid of strangers and strange situations.
Everything.
So he's adjusted a little better now.
Well, all of our stuff is in the house. Our bed and couch, and so
well, it is now.
Yeah, I mean,
the first few days it wasn't.
Right, and that I think was confusing to him, but when the house was empty. But now that all our stuff is in there, it's he recognizes it.
Yeah.
And I think it feels more like home.
So these streets here in these townhouses are kind of small and tight. You really don't park on the street. You can only kind of park in your driveway. And there's really only room for a couple cars in your driveway. But this particular community doesn't normally have short-term rentals. So the people that live here are kind of just the same neighbors every day. Well, that's it for now. Bye.